Welcome back to Dayton, Indiana. Had its open practice today, and by far the most fans out of anybody we've seen so far was the Cream and the Crimson. But the question for Indiana is, coming off a Big Ten tournament loss to Wisconsin, what does this team have to do to be a Final Four team?
Well, Steve, they got beat, obviously, a Big Ten tournament, a game earlier than they thought they would. They haven't shot it well for about 4 games. Talked to Jordan Hulls. He said they got into the gym Sunday. He took so many shots, he said he didn't even want to tell me how many they were. And they've also worked a bunch on defense. As you know, it's defense that wins in the tournament.
We've learned a lot, I think, from Saturday's game against Wisconsin. The best thing about this team is do they learn from their mistakes? Do they build on their strengths? And do they know the difference? You know, and that's the, you know, you can't take a weakness into a game and say, well, I'll just work on it in the game. You got to take the weakness to practice into the film room, get it fixed, and see if it can become a strength in the game. And if not, then you got to stay away from it till you get it there.
You know, just getting back to why we were winning earlier in the season. You know, making a lot of different improvements in that order. You know, it's a lot different game now that, you know, we aren't beating each other up in the Big Ten. The game is going to be officiated a lot differently. So I think it will be a little bit of an adjustment.
We haven't had a chance to really see the Hoosiers practice very much this season. It's the first time for most of the fans in this arena. Certainly one thing that stands out is how fast they practice, isn't it?
Well, what stood out to me, Steve, is a lot of times in these public practices, they're either slam dunk contests or 3-point shooting contests. That wasn't the case here. Tom Crean was working on tempo, and tempo.
We'll see if it pays off in the first round, James Madison, and then if they win that, the winner of North Carolina State and Temple. For Rick Bozich, I'm Steve Andrews, reporting from Dayton for WDRB Sports.